In today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in the western suburbs of Mumbai in Borivali West, right next to the railway station. Our tenant today is a young man staying on rent for the last 16 years. Why is he staying on rent for so long? Why this location? What works for him and what doesn't? Let's meet him. Hi Parth.
Hi Vishal, welcome to my compact apartment.
The compact is good in Mumbai.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
So Parth, how compact is this apartment?
So this is a 420 square feet RERA carpet. Not RERA actually, normal carpet, 420. It's a 1 BHK apartment. It has 2 bathrooms.
Okay.
It also has a duct space, which we don't use that much actually.
How many people stay over here?
So it's just me and my mom right now who stay in this apartment.
Okay. So what is it that got Parth and his mother to the location? क्या खासियत है इस location के बारे में?
So I'll just show you the strength, which is also a weakness in a way. So it's very close by to the railway station, and the disadvantage is it is very close by to the railway station, so we can actually hear the train noises all day round.
Okay. So the strength and the weakness both are a railway station close by and very close by.
Yes. So what happened is when we actually shifted here, that was during peak second COVID wave. So we didn't realize, because at that time the movement of the trains was not that frequent. So we didn't realize, and eventually, when things got settled down, that is when we realized, okay, this is going to be an everyday affair.
But why Borivali? Borivali में क्या खासियत है? मतलब I'm not saying Borivali is an unfashionable market.
Yeah.
But what is it that gets somebody like you to Borivali?
So Vishal, actually I have been living in Ghatkopar for the past 21 years, 22 years, and my parents obviously they have lived more than that. But what made us shift here is that in 2021 actually my father passed away, and then we wanted to shift to a place which is closer by to my maternal relatives, and my maternal family is actually in and around in the vicinity. In fact, one of my cousin uncles, he stays in the D wing and we are here in the A wing.
ये फिर घर क्यों? घर की क्या खासियत है?
So ये घर की खासियत ये है कि जब हम एक्चुअली ढूंढ रहे थे बोरिवली में अपार्टमेंट्स, एक तो हो गया कि सच बताऊं तो मैंने ये एक ही अपार्टमेंट देखा है जब हम देख रहे थे, और हाउस हंटिंग एक्चुअली मैंने नहीं की, मेरे रिलेटिव्स ने की. तो हुआ ये कि हम संडे को देखने आए, एक संडे को हम यहाँ देखने आए अपार्टमेंट. वही दिन पे मैंने टोकन अमाउंट दे दिया ओनर को, और नेक्स्ट संडे हम शिफ्ट हो गए.
ओके. ये मतलब एक्चुअली गॉन इन 6 hours.
या गॉन इन 6 hours फ्रॉम द टाइम वी सॉ इट. मैंने सुबह आई थिंक तकरीबन 10-11 बजे अपार्टमेंट देखा होगा मेरी मॉम के साथ, और 4-5 बजे तो मैंने टोकन अमाउंट का चेक दे दिया था.
कुछ डिफरेंस होता है एज अ टेनेंट वेयर द मेंबर्स आर द मदर एंड सन, क्योंकि मोस्ट टाइम्स लैंडलॉर्ड्स आर डीलिंग विद द फादर और द earning member.
Yeah.
You of course look very young, so I'm sure you don't pass off as somebody who's middle-aged in a job.
Yeah, I totally get what you're trying to say. It actually happens. So this is something which I witnessed for the first time. Because इसके पहले हम जब भी अपार्टमेंट देखने जाते थे, my dad used to always be there with me. पर पहली बार ऐसा हुआ कि I was the one who was negotiating with the owner. And to be honest, if you ask me, it's a fair question. It's a fair question by the owner. Even I would have asked if I would have been in his position. So
what's the question? लैंडलॉर्ड के क्वेश्चन माइंड में क्या क्वेश्चन है?
क्वेश्चन ये है कि रेंट कौन भरने वाला है. मतलब सी तुम रह रहे हो वो बात ठीक है, पर एक्चुअली कौन भर रहा है रेंट, कहाँ से आ रहा है पैसा. सो दिस इज व्हाट ही हैड टोल्ड मी लाइक वेरी क्लियरली. ही इज वेरी अपफ्रंट कि बॉस जिस दिन तेरा चेक बाउंस होगा उसके नेक्स्ट दिन मैं तेरे को घर खाली करने को बोलूँगा. बट आई हैड kept him assured that there is no such possibility of it happening.
So how did you assure the landlord कि कोई check bounce होगा ही नहीं?
So हमारे जो रीडेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट है वहाँ से हमको जो रेंट आता है वही हम उसको ट्रांसफ़र कर देते हैं. और ये लेट्स से आपको तो पता ही है कि कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि बिल्डर से चेक टाइम पे नहीं आता है. लकीली हमारे केस में ऐसा कभी हुआ नहीं, बट आई अश्योर्ड द ओनर दैट आई हैव केप्ट a cushion for 3 to 4 months. Even if let's say we don't receive the rent from the builder, we still will pay him because I started working, and that is the reason why this particular suburb is really important, because my office is also on the western line. So for me it is really convenient to just take the train and I don't have to change and reach my office.
Now to the apartment.
Yeah.
What part of it gets used in this compact 420 square feet apartment that you say?
So if you ask me, actually I spend very little time at home because I have work from office 5 days a week.
Okay.
Weekends is usually, I only spend my time in just loitering in the bed, scrolling through Instagram, or probably reading some book or watching a movie on OTT platforms.
Okay, so this is the hall.
Yeah.
There's a small balcony. Next to that is the famous railway station,
Yes.
which both motivates and demotivates, I'm guessing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can clearly hear the noise even with the windows.
Yes.
So, okay. So up ahead will be the kitchen and bathroom.
Yes. So on the left we have the kitchen. As you can see, it is quite an active kitchen. My mom is really fond of making fancy dishes, and also, you know, every day when I'm going to the office, she is someone who wakes up very early and prepares the tiffin for me.
So so basically your food is well taken care of.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay. This is a pretty spacious kitchen for the size of the apartment. And this would be the bathroom?
Yes. So
right in front of the kitchen.
Yes. So actually, to be honest, we don't use this bathroom as often. We have actually used this only when we are operating the washing machine. So to just fill up the bucket of water sometimes. We are of the belief that, you know, a bathroom should not be opposite to the kitchen. And that is one of the reasons why we don't use this bathroom at all.
Okay. So there are two bathrooms, but only one gets used because the other one is in front of the kitchen and you don't like that.
Yes.
And this would be the grand master bedroom.
Yes. This is the bedroom.
Okay.
So what
this is without a bed.
Yes. So what happened is, when we shifted from Ghatkopar to here, we actually had a bed there, but we realized that that particular bed will actually occupy a lot of the space over here, and since that apartment was a bit more spacious than this one, so we decided to give that bed to someone else, and we decided we'll just, you know, have our own mattresses lined up every night.
Okay.
And sleep
Okay.
and feel the earth.
And this is also a slight puja room for you.
Yes.
And the bathroom is behind this door. Okay.
Yes. You can say that there's a architectural flaw.
Okay. So this is the second bathroom that you guys use.
Yes. Yes. We use this particular bathroom.
Okay. So we've seen the apartment. 420 square feet.
420 square feet.
Two bathrooms, one of them not used.
Not used.
This location seems to be quite interesting. It's a emerging location.
Yeah.
So why don't we check out the location and continue the chat there?
Yes, definitely.
Chalo. Okay. So Parth, we are outside your building. Lots of buildings over here. Lots of cars also.
Yes.
In terms of the rent for you, how expensive is this turning out to be?
So I'm currently paying 21,300 per month.
Why 21,300?
So
That's a very odd number to have.
Yeah. So initially when we started with 20,000 per month, and then after 11 months when we renewed the agreement, obviously there was an escalation. and the owner was obviously saying let's do a 22,000. I was very persistent on keeping it at 21. Then he was of the opinion that let's do for 21,500. I was very persistent and I told him let's do 21,250, and he was like no, let's keep it very rounded up figure. So 21,300 was the figure that we decided on.
And this is for a building with lots of apartments and some amenities?
Yeah, so there are a few amenities. I mean, there's just one volleyball play area, and then there's a garden inside, a kids play area, not a garden actually. But yeah, I mean, when we were selecting this particular flat, we were not looking forward to any amenities per se.
What is it that makes you guys stay on rent for so long?
So Vishal, we have been staying on rent for the past 16 years now. So the story happens that in 2007 or 8, our building got under redevelopment and we had to shift to a rental apartment in Ghatkopar. The thing was that initially HDIL had taken over the project, so it took around 6-7 years for him to just not do anything with the project, but he used to pay us rent. But then eventually we understood that the project will not progress under his hands, so we then shifted to another local small time builder, and he also took around 2-3 years into documentation, and you know how it works with the real estate redevelopment industry. And then finally Man Infra, which is one of the renowned builders in Ghatkopar, they took over the project in 2017-18, and they just completed the project a few weeks back.
So does that mean now, since you've got the apartment, you'll be moving in? Your days of staying on rent are over?
No, unfortunately my days of staying on rent are not over yet, because what I have decided is that the apartment over there, which is 511 Rera Carpet, 1.5 BHK, will pay for the rent that I am paying here. So I'll give that apartment on rent and continue staying in this apartment for rent.
Why not just shift there?
Because the rent that I will get over there would be around in the range of 35 to 40k, and I'm paying around a monthly maintenance of 5,000 per month. So still I'm netting 8 to 10k after living here. So that actually helps with my household expenses.
Okay. So basically rent of that apartment will help fund your rent of this plus a lot more.
Yes.
What next for Parth and his mother?
So unfortunately, before we getting the flat, my father passed away in 21. It was his long battle, but now I can at least feel financially a bit free, because that apartment which he bought in 1992 for 2.5 lakhs is now roughly around 1.3-1.4 crores.
It took 16 years, and then the gap between a 1.3 crore apartment and a zero apartment is a very thin one.
Yes.
Because the building is either complete or not complete.
Yeah, so it could have been either 1.3 or 0.
Generally, the question is asked differently. Can a owner stay in a rented apartment? But for someone like you, you've stayed on rent all your life. Do you think you can adjust to staying in a own apartment?
Well, actually, I was just thinking about it in the past week. When the first time we, opened the door of our apartment, and it felt very different, because I've never really experienced living in my own apartment. Obviously, for the first 7 years of my life, yes, but I was a kid back then, so I don't really know how it feels. Well, that is something which time will tell. Maybe in the next 2-3 years, hopefully.
What is the feeling when you opened the door the first time?
Oh, it was. I mean, I can't describe it in words, especially because I actually captured that moment. I'm not a person who likes to capture a lot of things in camera, but still, because that was something which was being fought by my parents. I captured that particular moment where my mother was opening the door of that apartment, but it felt really out of the world, I would say.
She must have been a very happy woman.
Yeah, she was over the moon that day. And still, there are obviously dilemmas whether to go back or start living, but yeah, obviously you'll have to also think about the practical aspects of life and how life paves way for you.
Okay. On that philosophical note for a young man, good luck, Parth. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Vishal, for hosting me.
Time for the report card. First up at the apartment and building level. This is a compact 1 BHK apartment of 420 square feet. The building itself, a basic building with some degree of amenities. Connectivity, this is the part where this sort of a project really scores. The railway station is very close by. Even the metro station is just about 2 kilometers away. Road connectivity also fairly steady. Location, this is a mixed bag. It's predominantly residential. Doesn't have a lot of vibrancy, no nightlife so as to speak of. There's a slum close by. So all in all, if you're a person or family looking for a budget residence in the western suburbs, needs railway proximity for getting to the workplace, isn't too hung up about the neighboring surroundings, this is a sort of project and location that can be considered.